today, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, please tell your neighbors, your friends, if they're not watching, they need to watch because we are going to make sure that this company is a multi-million-dollar company. We're going to shop with us for us, like he said. And we are blessed. We have been working on this for a while, but God has saw fit to let this day be the day that we have two wonderful gentlemen who are part of the Leafy products. Welcome to the Wake Up Morning Show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
How you guys doing?
Man, we blessed. We blessed that we have some help that help us do the things we need to do through your company.
Oh
Now,
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, essential products. Again, when we talk about toilet paper, hopefully everyone is using it. So it's one of those things.
Robert L. Dean said that we're gonna get you to be a multi-million-dollar company.
Yes.
I felt in my spirit that you said, "Wait a minute, we already a multi-million. We're trying to get to that billion-dollar, that billion-dollar mark."
Hey,
You
either
know,
one, we'll take both of them.
yes,
Listen,
yes.
this whole
So,
thing has been about us speaking it, claiming it, and working at it as we talking about it. So that's as you talking about that right now, that's the whole thing of what me and Chuck do all the time. So we get it.
so Robert, I think that we got to take because these entrepreneurs right here, we're gonna get into their business, but I think that if we expect to make the millions that we need, we're gonna have to get a baseball hat, turn it backwards, and make sure that our swag
We ain't
Listen,
is just right.
We got to have swag because appearance is everything.
Okay, we can wear it both ways. Okay, we can.
there
I'm
you
just
go.
trying.
It's double duty.
Yeah, yeah, and he was clean. You could tell that he had the
your
little.
hat on, man.
Right. But
No,
but it's important because I was on the internet and some people that are not our color was talking about how they don't wash and wipe. So this is important. So we want all of us is in
y'all
the
getting
world.
loomy.
You just let the water flow down. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
that's different.
There are people out there that just they don't believe in washcloths. They
Right.
just believe in rubbing themselves with
Yeah.
some oil or whatever they do,
Right.
and they wonder
Listen,
why.
they might still be our people too, because we our mission is about elevating, educating people. So I guess that education needs to reach them as well.
So let me just jump in here with
Yes.
it. Okay, we got two brothers that you look very brotherly. You know what I'm saying? Don't look. There's no nerdism or anything that is represented. I mean,
Swag.
y'all look like you straight from my neighborhood where I could go. I could walk outside and go like this, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. So this is a real moment. So my question is. How did first of all did y'all even get together? Was y'all walking down the street one day and just said, "We're gonna do this"? How did y'all get together first?
Nah, look, we've always been entrepreneurs, doing our own thing. But we kind of met each other through mutual friends and a mutual gym. We both hoop, so we would always be on the court hooping. And like I just mentioned to somebody not long ago, I'm like, man, Chuck came to me one day and was like, "Yo, how do you
Hey,
how
hey,
do you
hold
hoop
up,
like
hold up.
this? How do you hoop
Before
so
you start
good?"
lying, man,
Listen.
we on a gospel show. You got to chill out.
Listen, okay, all right, my bad. But look, he was like, we just kind of, became friends on the court. We both shooters, we both competitive. And it was just all basketball at that point. But then it came a point where, I don't know, one time in the locker room, we just start talking about entrepreneurism and yeah, we just kind of were bouncing ideas back and forth. And like I said, he was doing his own thing, I was doing mine, and it's kind of how it came together.
Okay, so let's start off with the name. Y'all break this name down because when I first saw the product name, I was thinking of that other leafy green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, and,
yeah.
and so let's talk about the name first.
So look, we had what? We had 100 other names. We was just throwing stuff against the wall to see what would stick.
Uh-huh.
Um, and yeah, we just needed one to kind of like flow, one that was kind of like something that would not necessarily say toilet paper because we knew we wanted to expand in more products or product lines down the line. So we wanted it to be more of a household name, whatever we created from it. Um, Leafy was right along the lines of what we wanted to do, but it was also that play on words, like you said, the other Leafy. I know there's a Leafly out here, so yeah, people were at first were confused with it, like, what is this? What is this? But what it was doing was bringing attention to our name for people to even know what we were about. So
You
It
know,
kind of went that way.
when I first saw it, I went all the way back to the Garden of Eden, and I said they got some leaves, and
Yeah.
they cleaned themselves, and,
Okay.
so let's talk about let's talk about your product. Now I know
That was some
everybody's
old
like,
African movies and stuff.
everybody look
Listen.
at me like, what
The
is he
devil
talking
is
about?
alive. They ain't from Africa. They're from America.
You know, so let's get down to it. Let's break down what you do, what's your product, and because we keep on saying Leafy, I want you now to do the
And it's eco friendly.
full on pitch to our consumers out here of what is Leafy products all about.
You want to take it?
Yeah, I'll take it. So Leafy Products is an uh, eco-friendly paper product company. We care about the environment. We care about just solving problems. I mean, that's where it started from. I would say initially it was from the pandemic of everybody going crazy for toilet paper. We
Yep.
seen the issue, and we also realized that there wasn't any essential products that were being purchased by for minority companies. So we found that issue, and we put our heads together, and we was like, hey, and I mean, especially with us both being entrepreneurs, during that time, both our businesses slowed down, and we were just like, all right, what's recession proof? What's going to keep going without us running into a situation where they could just shut us down? So um, once we started thinking of toilet paper, I mean, toilet paper was never. I never was in class saying, hey, when I get older, I want to I want to sell toilet paper, but it was just something that came that you just know it's not going anywhere, and we definitely know. I mean, you got to use it. I mean, this is what it is. You can't. I mean, you can make your decisions on different things, but I mean, in regards to toilet paper, if you're not using toilet paper, something ain't right. So, so that's Leafy, the essential eco-friendly paper product.
So let me ask you a question. You know, because when they started having a run on the toilet paper during the pandemic,
Yep.
I told them I wasn't worried about it because I had a bidet. You know what I'm saying? And everybody said, "You got a bidet?" I said, "No, I just wanted to see what y'all was gonna say when I said it." But my question is, what makes your product so much more desirable than the commercial product that is out right now?
But that's
So
a good
let,
question. Oh, go ahead.
let me ask you: do you know what's in your toilet paper?
No.
Do you know the
Before
chemicals
or after I use it?
before?
Okay.
No, sir.
No, sir, I don't. After I do, but not
Right, not before.
before.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So there are so many chemicals and bleaches and things that they already put in the toilet paper that are very harmful. Um, Leafy, we don't have anything, nothing. I mean, no bleach, no forever chemicals, no nothing. And we produce it strictly from 100% bamboo. Bamboo grows at a very fast rate, so we were able to produce it produce a large quantity of it to make sure that we stay stocked up. Um, it's just those things that we just don't know. It's like even for myself, I just came back from France a few weeks ago, and I mean, just eating over there, just understanding that there's things in our food that we just don't even understand that we're eating. It's the same thing with our toilet paper, same thing with our clothing. It's the same thing with a lot of different things, and we're still learning every single day right now. Like these chemicals can harm us. So we're just trying to, just bridge the gap. I mean, everybody's not eco-friendly. Everybody's not, I remember when the recycling wave kicked off, you're not going to start off knowing every single thing, but if you could start with your toilet paper or
Right.
even with your food and things like that, just one thing at a time. That's what we're trying to figure out now.
You
So,
don't know what you don't know, basically. So when we start to again go back to that mission of elevating and educating people, they start to say, I didn't realize that. And then when you break it down and scare them a little bit, like this traditional toilet paper you use, and yeah, that's charming, you used to it. And usually when people buy toilet paper, there's something that they stick with for like a lifetime because they're used to it.
Correct.
So then you got to just, again, like Chuck mentioned, you got to educate people like, man, look, this is linked to an uprise or a rise in colon cancers. This is linked to,
Wow.
all these different issues that you may not see right now, but down the line. The whole thing about bamboo toilet paper and our product or our education of our product is, you may not see the results or the benefits right now, but it is something that, it's a lifestyle change. You got to see it down the line that you're making a change for something, further on down the line when it comes to your health cost savings, when it comes to septic system savings, things like that. It's a biodegradable product. It's a lot of different benefits. We can go on it from the health side of things, the like I said, the cost savings types of things. But people got to be like, you got to be with it. You got to want to try it. You got to want to stick it out and then understand like, oh, well, damn. I mean, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's
Praise the
okay.
Lord. Praise the Lord. It's okay.
Go ahead and pray for
Yeah.
him afterwards.
Right, right.
Hallelujah.
Right. Right.
You got to be able to like stick it out and then see it down the line. Like, yeah, I got to get my septic system changed and
Right.
realize, oh, I got biodegradable products. It's all good. You don't need to worry about that. Or, when it comes down the line of, you got something going on, you got to get checked for, hospital visits, whatever. You didn't help yourself at least. I'm not saying that's the whole reason of the uptick of colon cancers, but it could be a contribution to it.
Well,
So,
Let me break this down because I realize that the first thing that y'all need to do is get your advertisement on GOD Radio and Elevate Magazine. We'll talk about that offline.
Yes.
But I got to ask this question. Y'all was ball players, entrepreneurs, but y'all was playing ball. And then all of a sudden y'all just said toilet paper. And here's the key. And I want people to really get this because we look at these brothers right here, but there was a lot of work that had to be put in to get to this point. Tell me, how did you guys, y'all said toilet paper, then you had to figure out manufacturing, you had to figure out roles, product. What was the steps that you went through, or did you just call your local toilet paper and say, look, we need to make toilet paper out of bamboo? What made you pick bamboo? How did it go? Help
The
people
research.
out because this is a manufacturing thing. This is not like you just could go to your local grocery store and do it. You had to do some things to produce.
You had to put the work in.
right. So to kind of go back a little bit further, again, we're both serial entrepreneurs, so our whole lives were based on problem solving. I mean, that's really what it is when it comes to being an entrepreneur. At that time, I had a company from 2012 to 2020, all the way up, building it up from manual processes, then being funded to turn it into a digital process. I was in an accelerator program in Cincinnati. Things started to look good for us, and then COVID hit, shut everything down. So you gotta be willing to go through the times where you gotta kind of keep yourself even keel. You can't be too excited about what's going on. You can't be too low on if you start experiencing failures. You gotta always be with that mind frame of, I'm gonna continue to learn what this is. I'm gonna be present, and I'm gonna keep pushing forward with it. Chuck was doing logistics and
Yeah. So I was during COVID. I started off doing screen printing. I had a screen printing company for 15 years. And I was tapped into marketing and things of that matter. And then I switched over to logistics. And with me switching to logistics, it helped the business because we were trying to find product, how to store it, how to ship it, and things of that matter. And I mean, from his knowledge of creating products, things of that matter, and then us just coming together, and I'm like, all right, cool, I can figure out how to move it. And then we just started combining. We started ordering samples after sample. I mean, we had, house fulls of toilet paper, and I ain't gonna lie, my wife was looking at me crazy, like, all right, what you doing? I know you're running slow, but what you doing? There's too much toilet paper in here. But
Right.
once we start figuring it out, we found the actual perfect product for us. We put it out, and we didn't stop from there. We just kept going. That was pretty much it.
Like I said, that R&D came in handy. We were going to Whole Foods, Kroger's, corner stores, just about wherever you can to kind of see what different types of brands that may be our competitors, and doing like basically field tests. We were blindfolding our family members and friends, like, all right, look, I'm gonna set 5 different types of toilet paper down. You fill it. Let me know what you think about it. It got real. Now listen, it got real.
Man, see, y'all mess with me because I always said, oh Lord, they had the family tested out. Oh, that had to be a wiping good success.
Right.
I mean,
So
that was the final test. That was the final test. I
right.
don't need to know all the details when it
Right,
comes to
right.
that. But
So where'd you guys matriculate in college? Because there's education just coming out of you guys. You're not just some fly by night. Let's do this.
listen. So
Uh,
for me, I mean, when you think about every entrepreneur, they went to school or maybe got some schooling, but didn't finish. I'm kind of the same way. I went to Central State, HBCU for a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. Then I
HBCU.
transferred. Okay, then I transferred to a school out in Maryland, a D2, Frostburg State University, to play basketball. Kind of took some business courses out there, but came back home due to some family issues to help out. But my education really came from really throwing myself in the fire and learning from experience, reading books about, how the brain works, personal development books. Like you said, and when we first started speaking things into existence, the more you speak things, the more you want to seek out a problem and become that solution. You start to speak into it. You
mhm.
start to see things unfold, whether you're learning from that or you're really succeeding from it. So it was a lot of learning moments and things like that. But failures are the best teacher as well. So I would say my education came from being in these programs, a little bit of school, learning and reading on my own, and just seeking out mentors along the way.
Yeah. I would say me. Uh, I mean, I went to college for 1 year. I was done with it. I realized it wasn't for me. I think mine came from just being a nosy kid. I got to know what's going on, how it's going on, and why it's going on. And and from digging into so much information and then just educating yourself on your own, you're just. I mean, it's just sometimes you run into that rabbit hole where you're just like, man, I got to know. I got to know the food. I got to know everything. I need to know what's going on.
So let me say this to you all. I might be, joking and everything else of that nature, but let me just say that I'm really proud of you all
Appreciate it.
because you are doing something that we only think that people that don't look like us
Yes.
do. You all are manufacturers and you are putting product out that is healthy and considering our health and our direction. And it's no easy task to get toilet paper on a roll, package it, put it in, and have the branding and everything else, and then have enough supply to be able to send out into the marketplace.
Hmm.
One of the things that we pride ourselves on at this station is literally putting the word out on great products. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody's sitting up there right now, and Robert, we're gonna need to get their website or wherever they can get it at
Mm-hmm.
because Robert did a precursor because Evangel, who runs the station, um, said that she was going to be changing over her product. She needed the website so she could order the product so that we can get it in. We want to get the product into the station so we can start showing people what it looks like. We're going to even do the skin test for everybody and everything like that to let people know that there are products out there that are number one by us for us,
Mm-hmm.
considering eco-friendly, considering our health issues. But for me as an educator, I love to be able to show other young black men and women that it can be
It could be
done,
done.
and it doesn't have to be one way to be done. But
Hmm.
you all could meet on the basketball court. That's what I really like. Is y'all was on the
Hmm.
basketball court, and then y'all started having conversation. That's like when you go to the barber shop, and
Or the
there's some
golf
conversation on
course.
the golf course or something like that. So
Yeah.
I first want to say that to you all. Mad
Thanks.
respect. Now, where are you guys located?
Columbus, Ohio.
Okay. See, there's something about those Ohioans. I'm coming to Cincinnati very, very soon, but there's something about you Ohioans. I don't know if it's the cold weather. I don't
Oh,
know
it's the
if you
grind.
if it's
It's the
if it's
grind for sure.
yeah that you fought to keep the Browns and the Brown name and everything.
No.
I don't
No.
know. I don't know what it is, but it's everybody I meet from Ohio got a hustle. You know what I'm saying? Even my godbrother, who owns one of the largest mortuaries here in San Diego, from Ohio, and I'm like
Mm.
saying, y'all doing your thing out there. So tell me, you have the toilet paper. What's your next product that you plan to come out with?
Right now we actually have a product out. It's going through beta testing through our hospitality customers. So we have two different sectors. We sell from the business side, B2B, which is our hospitalities, resorts, businesses, restaurants, things like that. But we're testing out facial tissues right now because it's going directly to consumers, to kind of get that feedback to see, what they think about it, what the businesses think about it. And then we're soon to release that as well. But, soon after, we're going to have paper towels. We're going to have, napkins, hand towels, any paper product you can think of. We're on the way of making it happen. So
Now,
I
man,
think it's important though.
we didn't get the gift box yet. Because I want to try it on my skin.
And
listen,
I use towel. I use those. I use the towels that are out the brands where you
mhm.
use the towels instead of using a regular towel. You use the toilet paper tissue kind of towels. I do use them.
Oh, you fancy.
Mm.
No, I'm paying. I just take care of myself.
Yeah, I would have sent y'all. Matter of fact, I'll send y'all like a box of a couple things out there, and just get your feedback. Let us know what you think about it.
Well, what we want to do is we want to keep on connecting with you guys, bring you on, and every time something comes out, to push it out. You know
Because
what
we
I'm
have
saying?
events.
Yeah.
We do huge gospel concerts, jazz events and stuff.
Mhm.
I can see a display case or something
Yeah.
of that nature.
Well, we do commercials,
Yeah.
and we also we own a magazine and things of that nature that puts it out. What is nice about this station is that we're heard in 71 countries and over
Hmm.
100,000 subscribers, and our magazine is close to 1 million subscribers, and so there's a lot of things that are going on. But more than anything else, we're pro quality product.
Hmm.
And I always tell people, a lot of times people come and say, give me, give me, give me. Well, what we try to do is say, let us work alongside you. Let us push it out there. Let us celebrate each other and watch it grow. As you all are growing, I already see it in your heart that you guys have a game plan for how you help community and other people. And that's what
Mhm.
it's all about.
And to kind of lean on what you just mentioned right there, community. It always goes back to our mission again of elevating and educating our community. But what we have coming out right now, and we haven't even really, mentioned it, but as I speak to more and more people, I want to kind of, prime people and gear them up to our next move of what we're doing. Since, we were kind of operating from, the last few years up to, what was it, January.
Mhm.
Um, how things kind of led up to this moment where we were prepared for it. We were lined up, aligned perfectly, to kind of go back with the DEI things closing down in quarter 4 last year. We were gearing up to being like, larger retail stores, with the DEI through their supplier diversity programs. We were gearing up to partner up with major corporation businesses through their supplier diversity program. All of that was kind of just demolished within the first, of this administration that just kind of came in and shut everything down. But what happened was, in the midst of all that chaos and division, it created community to come together and say, "Hey, maybe it's time for us to start supporting our own.
Right.
Go back to
Right.
the basics."
Hmm.
Mhm.
And then we did a feature video with Chase that was kind of launched nationwide, and that was kind of like our stamp of approval for big business. We took that video and then shopped it to a couple social media outlets that kind of like took it and just 10x'd it, really just put it out there to a point where it was like, wow, now this is starting to go viral. And that's how we came in contact. um but what that did was it was primed. It was everything closing down, everybody kind of going their separate ways, boycotting these corporations and then
Hmm.
finding smaller businesses. And then we were like right there ready to go. So in the midst of that, we shot up and we're still growing and still, experiencing this viral, effect. But what we're doing is going back to the basics with community. We are here in I think the next few weeks, next month, we are launching a equity crowd fund, which not only is us saying, "Hey, we're growing this business, and you guys are going to watch us grow, and we're able to give back toilet paper." No, we want to create, and I keep saying community. We want to create a community of people that come in with us and grow with us, while we're at this smaller stage to, the bigger vision of how we see a multi-billion-dollar business, a international business, but then with that social mission of, helping out. We partner with a nonprofit out in Africa. We partner with companies to give back toilet paper here in the States. So we want people to come in with us, be able to invest in us at a smaller scale. So it's for the everyday person,
Hmm.
all the way up to people who may have a little bit of money, again, to be a part of our company, grow it with us. And now we just turned not only a few people that are salespeople within the company, but also now we have 10,000 people who are now salespeople within the company,
Wow.
who are invested into the company, who are pushing it forward. So, and if whatever this turns out to be, we end up selling it wherever down the line. All of those people who were in it with us are now in it with us. It's not
Right.
just us
Right.
reaping the benefits of what we did. We want people to kind of come in with us as we're doing this together. So
Yeah. Now, Robert. One of the things about it, because the church, there's a song that says, "Lord, give me a clean spirit."
Hmm.
So people need to be clean and fresh. So you came to the right place because the church like to be clean. They wipe all away your tears.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, we have a listener we affectionately call her Aunt Esther. She want to know how much is a 4-pack.
we don't have the 4-pack just yet. We are launching some. So right now on the website, we have, we understand we have more bulk orders. We
Hmm.
have our premium 3-ply, which is 24 mega rolls.
Wait a minute. You
That
got 3-ply and not 2-ply?
Yeah, we got
Listen,
both.
we got a few. We got a few for you.
What?
Oh yeah.
We got the 3-ply premium, and that is 47.99 with the shipping, already
Yep.
within.
How many
And then
rolls
we
do you
have
get?
our bulk. We have our bulk 80 individual rows, which is the 2-ply, and then we're soon to release 24 box of 2-ply individual rows, and then a 12 box of individual row 2-ply. So we're kind of seeing what people are saying. Hey, I only need a little bit. I'm only a one person household, and we're kind of shifting things in that direction for them as well.
Man, I'm curious about this 3-ply. I ain't never had 3-ply.
Right.
It's premium.
But do you guys have T-shirts that we can promote and wear? We want to do all that we can because we do a lot of major events and we have accessibility to the Yolanda Adams and to the different artists
Hmm.
like that who we know are about health consciousness because
Hmm.
our FDA sucks in America. Stuff we do
Hmm.
here,
You get me turned
they
on.
don't do in other
Right.
countries. And I've been
Right.
very, 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 very nervous about the FDA because you can tell that it's money dealings. Because why would we be giving our kids all this poison and the adults poison, and it's clear through them.
Yeah.
So your timing, God's timing is impeccable. That
Hmm.
DEI stuff ain't gonna never stop us because we've always made it through whatever situation it was as a black race. So
Oh
we
yeah.
don't even talk about that. Our thing
Hmm.
is now getting everybody to know and for all of us to start buying from you all because I'm gonna start buying as well. His wife, the program director as well. If we get everybody to just start buying from you all, that's all we need.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
So I mean, you could find us on www.getleafyproducts.com.
Hmm.
That's Get Leafy Products, GET Leafy LEAFY Products PRODUCTS.com.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can find us there, and then the same goes for all of our social media handles at Get Leafy Products. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, things like that too. So
And we appreciate you all for responding because I was on it with you guys. I wasn't gonna give up
yeah.
till we got you guys on here because I know how
Yeah.
important it is what you guys are doing because I've been following for a while now, and we've
Hmm.
had you all on here and we've had the Black Bread Company. So that's
Okay.
Okay.
that's two
Dope.
Yeah.
major companies that are ran by young African American males who we think will be major for the world.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate you. Appreciate
That's
you staying on it. I mean, like again, this has all happened over the past 2 months. So it's like we're in the middle of hiring people. We're in the middle of, switching different processes. So it's a lot of responses through email, social media.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying to catch up with everything.
I
So
wasn't giving up. I'm a bulldog.
Hold on. I'm on your website.
And the presentation is
Well,
amazing.
no. Will you let me finish?
Oh,
I got
okay.
to say. I got to
Well,
say.
I'm putting my spill in.
I know, but I'm trying to talk.
Amen. Go
Okay,
ahead.
don't talk over me.
Go ahead. You're showing out in front of the company. Go
Okay,
ahead.
yes, I understand.
Go on.
I got a question to ask you. You know, I'm looking at your website. I want to know, how did Lynn C, Kim R, and all of them get on the website, and you don't got us on the website saying, "Hi, have you tried your Leafy? We
Oh,
tried it,
Lord.
and it wipes us cleaner than clean." You know, no, I'm
we
laughing.
gotta get you on there. Matter of fact, we need to
We
update
do.
the site for real. It's
Yeah,
been
we
like that
do.
for a while.
It
So
leaves
we
no
need to get you
residue.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited about this, guys, because of the
Mhm.
fact is, not only because it's African American,
Presentation is good, too.
but more than anything else, this the ingenuity and the creativeness
Yes.
and the stick to itness that you brothers have and you represent. I want to say kudos to you. We want to get this out, especially into the church community, the jazz community. Everybody likes good products. And when you said 3-ply, you know, somebody said 3-ply. You know, I ain't never heard of a 3-ply. I done heard of 2-ply. Now,
Yeah.
tell me about the biodegradable. This, you know, sometimes when you get to the 2-ply, it stop up your toilet. How does this work? You know, with the septic tanks and everything else.
Well, it breaks down. Again, it's 100% bamboo. The chemicals from traditional toilet paper is what stops it from even breaking down or doing anything. Us being, 100% chemical free, 100% bamboo, it's literally a biodegradable property. So it's going to break down within a month within your septic system, and as if it wasn't even there. So. And then to kind of, go back to what you were mentioning with the churches, we do have a few churches within the area that we've been experiencing or trying out our program. We have it on our website called Eco Partner Pay, which basically allows for like churches across America. They can buy a box of, our 80 pack or whatever toilet paper you want. You buy it, it turns you into an eco partner. And then you say you want, you kind of email us, let us know you want to be a part of it to kind of promote it in your congregation. We send you some promotional material with your code on it, with that eco partner code on it. And now when your congregation goes and, uses the bathroom, they scan and say, hey, I like this. I want to use it in my home. Now your church is now receiving, I don't want to say a donation, or it could be a donation or tithe
Yeah.
back to your church. So we're kind of creating that ecosystem within the church
Yeah.
as well. So it's a lot of little different components within, what we're trying to do with Leafy. Not just
Count us in.
buying
Count
toilet paper.
count me and him in. Whatever you promoting, count us. We a team.
So if you go to the bathroom at church, you giving your tithe as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
we laughing because we're brand ambassadors for select products.
Yes.
And everybody says, "How did you select your products?" We only endorse things that we actually use. And Robert is so funny because he'll go out, and I can see
I'm gonna tell
him,
everybody.
I can see him now with your product right now. He gonna be like, "Y'all just don't understand." It keep you so, because he's on the national level. He's got a TV show getting ready to come out, and Robert goes ham when he finds a good product. And so I think we have about 2 or 3 products that we actually endorse right now. And the company calls us back and said, "What are y'all doing?" And I said, "We just talk about it, and we want to see people grow."
I want a T-shirt.
Yeah,
Oh, we
I
can
got
get you
the
that.
screen print,
It'll
man.
work,
You got the right
yeah.
person right there. He
It'll-
might even get you a jacket. He might even get you.
Bro, I'll be wearing it at the track meet and everything.
Robert,
Yes.
we'll talk
No, we
about
can
that
definitely get you a
offline.
couple shirts out there.
I got you.
I know, because everybody else gonna want a T-shirt.
But
now.
it don't matter. Everybody ain't me.
Esther gonna be up there like, "What about me?"
It don't matter. Everybody
know.
ain't. Everybody's not us.
No, it's all good. We were talking about having some promotional material, and kind of putting it on our website as well. So we got a few things lined up that we want to, help get the word out, help push the mission, things like that. So
Yeah, and one last thing, I would love to at some point or another, Robert will work for us to get back on. I'd love to do like an hour special, and just talk about the whole process, and invite people just to tune in to hear about the process, how they can get involved, how they can be a part of your funding program, and everything like that. I think that it's worthy of that conversation, and so we'll lend our platform to you all on that one. Again, brothers, I want to say thank you for giving us your time. Robert, thank you for being consistent. Um, as you can see, Robert and I, we go back since he was 4 years old. And so if you believe us being together, working together that long, y'all would, most people think that we'd have been broke up a long time ago, but God has a perfect plan for us to
Yes.
continue to do the work. And our thing is pushing agenda items as well as great music, but pushing agenda items that is going to help our people. And this is one product that we know is going to help our people, but also it's going to be what we call a evergreen product, something that people will be able to use the rest of their life. So, brothers, I thank you for coming on, and want to make sure that I give you guys any last word, any last thing that you would like to share. Put your website up in the feed so people will definitely have it.
Yeah. Chuck, you want to go first?
I mean, we appreciate you guys inviting us on. We just encourage you to go to our website and purchase it, try it out. You can even subscribe and get you a monthly subscription to your front door every month.
Yeah. Again, thank you for the time for us, allowing us to have this conversation with you all. But yeah, follow us on all of our social media handles to stay updated on, these things that are happening whenever we launch our equity crowdfund campaign. We're looking to put it everywhere because again, we want to build as big as the community will allow us to spread this thing as big and as wide as possible. But yeah, I mean, for anybody out there, really it really just comes down to being persistent. First, put God first because you gotta have faith in and what it is that you choose to do. You have to love what you're be passionate about what it is that you're choosing to do because you definitely will come across some things that are, I don't know if maybe it's a test. You will come across some times where it's like, man, I don't know if this is for me. You want to give up. But if you're passionate enough with it, you're going to stick it out. You're going to be persistent. And that's when you see the real rewards when you go through those fires. Because what it's doing is just refining you to become the person that you're supposed to be to receive what it is that you had that vision for in the first place. So
Now Brother Green, are you married?
no, I have a girlfriend right now.
Okay, he has a girlfriend. Just want to make sure.
Wait, you trying to auction them off?
No, I'm trying to let folks know. And brother Charles, you married, right?
Yeah, I'm married.
Okay, so here's the thing. I got to ask the question. Number one is, Brother Charles, how did your wife deal with all the toilet paper in her house?
I mean, yeah, she cussed me out a couple times, but then she was cool after that. She figured out what we was trying to do.
Okay,
but she was cool. I mean, it was here. It was at my mom's house. It was at her mom's house. So we spread it out.
You didn't mention that it was trash toilet paper though. It was like us trying to figure out what manufacturer to partner with, and this toilet paper was terrible. So
it was bad, but we got it out of there. So it's all good now.
So brother Green, I got to ask you the question. Did it put a strain on your relationship with your girlfriend? Did she start thinking you might be a little weird with all the toilet paper?
I mean, to go all the way back, I think she was weird when I first woke her up at 2 a.m. talking about toilet paper. I think it started there. That was and then it kind of escalated. Like, okay, you've been talking about toilet paper for a while, but she's always been supportive in everything that I'm doing. But yeah, that first initial, it's 2:30 in the morning. Hey, wake up!
You had a dream?
Got it. Toilet paper. She go to sleep.
What was it? A dream?
Yeah,
it was
Martin Luther King. See, that's another sign. Martin Luther King. I have a dream.
Somebody said that. They said she said, yeah, these brothers had a dream, and I said, yeah, it wasn't Martin's dream though. It was Marvin. It was Marvin's.
Marvin, not Martin's. Right.
I called I called Chuck. He was the first person right after I told my girlfriend early in the morning. I called him, and he like, man, yo, go to sleep, bro. And it just stuck with me. One of them things, that's that intuition. When it sticks with you, it ain't leaving. That means you need to dig into it and figure it out. So
that's right.
One of the things I want to say as an ending piece is that again, two brothers. One brother got a vision. He called his other brother that he knew could walk with him, and they did it together. They shared it with their mates, and their mates stuck by them, even though it might not have been the most comfortable time to be in. They stuck by them, and today they are now full-fledged in business. So I want you all to know that if God gives you a vision, He will give you the provision, and then He will direct you to those that are to walk with you. Now, some people you're trying to bring along that don't have that same vision or don't have that same tenacity or do even want to get rich quick, real quick. And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But it is the journey that you go on that is going to make your product or your vision come to pass. And we see two brothers right here, Brother Marvin, Brother Charles. They're doing it. They're part of the family, the community. We want you to go to the website. Again, go to the website. And like I said, you might say, I don't need 80 rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah, you do.
That's okay. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is get 4 of your family members to go along with you. Now, if you do it that way, now what is it? 4 into 80. What is that? 20 rolls.
Don't ask me no math.
20 rolls.
Don't ask me English, no math.
And if that's a little bit too more, get 8 of your family members. Now everybody got 10 rolls.
Or you save some for later. You're going to always need to wipe.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, for some people, we have to lead them in slowly.
Okay.
But with that, you go to getleafyproducts.com. Say it with me.
Getleafyproducts.com.
One more time.
Getleafyproducts.com.
There you go.
And it will wipe you clean. That's
Yes.
right here on GOD Radio 1.
.com.
All right.